10 tips on how to increase blog traffic. Blogging is good when it's good. But if you have no traffic and no engagement on your posts, then it can feel like you're blogging in a vacuum and no one's even listening. That sucks. Especially when you've poured your heart and soul into writing a great blog post. Truth is that blogs die every day because they have no blood flow. And blood flow for a blog is traffic and engagement. In fact, traffic is the lifeblood of any type of business. No traffic equals no visitors, no user engagement, no leads, no sales, and well, you get the point. Without traffic you have nothing. You can have the greatest blog in the world, but if you have no audience, then what's the point? Unless you just want to bask in your own content. You need to generate some relevant traffic to your blog if you're ever going to make it on the web. Build it and they will come is just not how it works, not on the internet. Unless you're lucky. But you can't take chances on sitting back and waiting for lightning to strike if you ever want your blog to be successful. You've got to treat it like a business, even if you're doing it part-time. And with business comes things like marketing, advertising and promotion in order to gain exposure for what you have to offer. Which is why we created this guide for you. The following are 10 tips on how to increase blog traffic. Number 1. Content is king. It all starts with some useful content. If you don't have this, then you need to go back to the drawing board. You've got to have something worthwhile to offer in order for people to want to visit your site. There's just too much garbage on the internet these days, so your post had better be good or you might as well forget it. Don't just write some mumbo jumbo. Put some thought and passion into your writings that actually gives your visitors some takeaways. You don't have to write a book or be Shakespeare or anything, but you definitely need to say something that stimulates the minds and emotions of your readers. And don't try to write for everyone. That's one of the biggest mistakes a blogger can make. You need to identify and focus on a niche that you want your posts to be based around. This will help people to easily recognize and identify with what your blog is all about. Focusing on a particular niche will give your blog an identity, instead of trying to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Be real, be relevant, and be useful in your content, and people will be naturally motivated to spread the word about your blog, and share your content, which in turn will generate even more traffic to your blog. Here's a few easy ways to come up with topics in your niche. A. Visit forums in your niche and analyze questions that are regularly asked. B. View other blogs and articles in your niche and analyze which topics get the most visitor engagement. 2. Forums. Forum posting is also a great way to boost traffic to your blog. For this to be effective, you need to really get involved in the forum community and become recognized as a helpful resource. Don't spam. I repeat, do not spam. People will hate you for it and you will quickly get banned or lose a lot of respect real quick by doing so. So it's best not to join forums with a promotional type of mentality. That's not gonna work. Rather, what you should do is approach forums from the angle of give. It's all about reciprocity. You give people what they want and they will be drawn to you, which will eventually get you what you want: more traffic, leads, followers, sales and so on. No one wants to deal with someone who just wants to come into their territory and spam their links, especially if you're a newbie. How would you feel if someone came into your circle and did that to you? Not a good impression, right? Okay, so don't do it to them. Just slow down, relax, and help people out and the traffic will start to come like bees to honey. An easy way to jump into a forum and start building a positive image is to simply introduce yourself. Don't promote your wares, just do a basic introduction. It's okay to tell people what you do, but just don't sound promotional. And then from there just start answering some questions, particularly ones that's relevant to your niche. Also, it's best to refrain from even attaching a forum sig, at least for the first couple of weeks, so that there won't be any hint of promo on you. Just go in there and position yourself as a great and helpful resource, and then gradually start easing in your sig and profile links. Now people who are drawn to you can start visiting your blog to see what other helpful info you have to offer. This is the soft sell approach and the best approach that we've found to work with forum marketing. Remember, forum marketing is attraction marketing. Also, starting relevant threads is a great way to attract people to you and position yourself as an authority in your field. And going the extra mile and posting an epic post can make you an instant hit in a forum, and can pay off in dividends for you. Because people will visit your post unlimited times for months and even years to come. And who knows, the forum admin may even decide to feature your post, which will translate into greater traffic and more exposure for you. Here are a few ways to find some relevant forums in your niche. A. Visit findaforum.net. B. Visit Google and type in this search operator, your keyword neural forum. So if you're searching for marketing forums, then use the word marketing or a related term for your keyword. If your keyword is more than one word, place it in quotes to get an exact match. 3. Blog commenting. Commenting on other people's blogs in your niche can really help to draw some targeted traffic to your site. Plus it creates an element of networking and really helps to build your credibility and trust in the blogosphere. Moreover, blog commenting is a great way to add value to other people's blogs while at the same time attracting their visitors back to your blog. It's a fair exchange, a win-win situation. This works particularly well when you leave relevant comments on larger blogs in your niche. Also, be sure to use a gravatar. This is an easy way to promote your blog without coming across as spammy or overly promotional. In fact, many blogs today have become standard in displaying gravatars, and many don't even approve comments if you don't have a gravatar. So be sure to set up one today. You can set up your gravatar for free at gravatar.com. In addition to being able to include your blog link in your gravatar profile, you'll also be able to include it in the website field that's usually provided on a comment form. And that's fair game, because if the blog you're commenting on shows a website field, then the blog owner is in essence giving you permission to include your link in that field. The main thing to avoid is not to come across spammy. They gave you an inch but don't try to take a mile. And avoid trying to be slick by linking your site to a keyword in the name field. That's so old school and played out, so don't do it. It will quickly get you flagged as a spammer. So it's best to just use your real name or author name in the name field just to be on the safe side. People will respect you more if you don't come across like you're there just to get a backlink. Just put yourself in their shoes and think about the type of comments and conduct that you'd like to see on your own blog. It's no different when you're commenting on other people's blogs. Just use common sense. Here's an easy way to find blogs to comment on in your niche. Visit any search engine and type your keyword blog. If your keyword is more than one word, remember to place it in quotes to get an exact match. It's that simple. 4. Social media. Social media is one area that you just can't ignore. It's everywhere these days. We are in the age of social media. And it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, if anything it's just getting stronger. People now have the power to comment, like, share and inject their voice on the web like never before. It has given them a liberating experience, which has opened up the floodgates for people to truly be able to both build and destroy brands. Therefore, social media marketing is very powerful and something you should definitely use to your advantage. But what is the best way to go about social media marketing? Well, the best way is to just drop the word marketing out of the term and just focus on the social media part. This simplifies the whole process and makes it what it should be, a social experience. Simple. Quite naturally, you'll want to stay socially fit by getting involved in popular social networks like Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. But you don't have to only concentrate on these large social networks. You can also target smaller, less popular networks that are relevant to your niche. Who knows, you might find yourself a traffic goldmine by doing so. As long as the community has people there who are interested in your niche, then that's all that really counts. Be helpful and add value to the community, and soon you'll attract more traffic and followers to your blog. And being that you can't possibly have the time to be involved in every social network, for the others you can just syndicate your content using tools like Buffer, IFTTT and Hootsuite. Oh, and another thing, don't forget to include hashtags in your social media posts, and join relevant groups within the social media networks. This will help increase exposure and traffic to your blog even more. Here's some useful ways to find social networks relevant to your niche. A. Visit Google and type in your keyword social network. So if you're searching for business social networks, then use the word business or a related term for your keyword. If your keyword is more than one word, remember to place it in quotes to get an exact match. 5. SEO, search engine optimization, is a very important step in attracting traffic to your blog. Forget about thinking you can just write great content and the traffic will follow. That's simply not true. In a perfect world that might be true. But it's not a perfect world, so that's not the way it works for the mass majority of bloggers. You've got to increase your chances of getting found by optimizing each of your posts around a targeted keyword. This will give you the best chance at ranking at the top of Google, Bing and other search engines. And don't just pick keywords that sound good and look pretty. Be sure to analyze that every keyword that you target actually has some significant search volume. There are several keyword tools that you can use to find relevant keywords. Some are free and some are paid. A good free keyword tool to get you started is the AdWords Keyword Planner. This will help you find relevant keywords that people are actually using to search. All people want to do is get answers to their questions and solutions to their problems. And you can be the one to provide this for them by targeting the right keywords to position yourself in front of this hungry crowd. Use the great keywords that you have discovered and inject them into your content. Include them in places like your post title and subtitles and sprinkled naturally throughout your content. Doing this will optimize your post and help search engines instantly understand what it's all about. And the faster and easier they can understand your content, the faster and better they can index it. A few other things to remember is to also include tags in your posts. You can use relevant keywords as your tags. Also, when using images, include an alt tag in each of your images. All of these steps are very important to increase traffic to your blog. Here's a few useful keyword tools to get you started. AdWords Keyword Planner. Moz Keyword Explorer. Ubersuggest. 6. Q&A sites. Q&A sites have become very popular over the years as a trusted source where people can get answers to their questions. These people are raising their hands with questions that they desperately need answers to. Just think about it, they are actively seeking help. This is pure gold. And this is where you come in. Go to these sites and give the people what they want, answers. When you provide people with helpful answers to their questions, they will respect and appreciate you for it. And they'll have no problem visiting the sources that you recommend. However, it's important not to link to your site on every answer. This is an amateur mistake and will quickly get you banned on most Q&A sites. So be sure to link to other relevant sources on some of your answers. And also, even on some answers where you link to your site, you can include a few other relevant links along with it. There's a number of different Q&A sites on the web, so don't think you have to limit yourself to just one. Here's a few Q&A sites for you to explore. Quora. Yahoo Answers. Just Answer. 7. Email. Email is no doubt a great internal traffic source. Once you've built a list, you'll always have a captive audience to connect with. You can start small and then grow your list to an unlimited amount of subscribers that you can communicate with in the click of a button. This is ultra powerful stuff. This means you will no longer have to wait for Google or other outside sources to send you traffic. You'll have your own built-in traffic source. Now I know you've probably heard that it takes money to build a list, and maybe you don't have the funds or aren't ready to invest the money into list building right now. Well, that's definitely understandable, especially when you're just starting out. But what you need to realize is that just like everything else in business, it's an investment. And the investment in building your list can turn out to be one of the best investments you could ever make. The sheer returns that you can get from building a solid list is definitely worth the investment. Don't worry about the money. There are free and low-cost email management solutions available that you can get started with now and scale as your needs and income grow. Here's a few email marketing solutions for you to check out. ActiveCampaign. MailerLite. ConvertKit. 8. Video marketing. This is the age of video marketing. In fact, it's the age of all things visual. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a video has got to be worth 1,000,000. Studies have shown that many people learn, absorb and retain information better when it's fed to them through video content. No doubt, video marketing is a very powerful and effective way to market and generate traffic to your blog. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, only second to Google, and it's owned by Google, so go figure. That right there should be reason enough for you to jump in on the video marketing craze. It doesn't have to be hard or complicated at all. You can simply start by repurposing some of your blog posts into video format. One thing you could do is simply display snippets of text from one of your blog posts on the video screen while reading along with it through the audio. Or you can record yourself explaining the very things that you blog about. Or, you could simply combine some slides, images or video footage in the background and have some text flowing on the screen to go along with it, with optional music and/or voiceover. The opportunities are endless. Just experiment and do what works for you. See there, it's not hard at all to get started, so don't sweat it. You can always improve upon existing video later if you want. Or create new and better videos to add to your growing video archive. Be sure to optimize your video around a targeted keyword. And remember to add some relevant keyword tags to your video as well. Also, it's good to include your blog URL both in your video and at the beginning of your video description. This way it will be instantly visible for people who want to visit your site. And don't just limit your video marketing to YouTube. There are other places that you can syndicate your videos to as well. This will increase your exposure and attract even more traffic to your blog. Here's a few more sites that you can upload your videos to for greater exposure and traffic. Vimeo, Dailymotion, Facebook. 9. Document sharing sites. Uploading your blog posts to document sharing sites is a great and quick way to repurpose your content and gain more exposure. It's real simple, and you really don't have to change a thing about your blog post to do so. You can upload it just the way it is. Be sure to link back to your blog where readers can find more of your great content. By uploading your content to a document sharing site, you're simply presenting your content in a different format. Now people will have the convenience of consuming your content in a different way. They'll even be able to download it to their computer where they can read it offline. Also, most document sharing sites have easy embed options. This way, readers who like your content can easily embed and share your documents on their site or other sites, exposing you to an even greater audience. Here's a few document sharing sites for you to explore. SlideShare, AuthorStream, SlideServe. 10. Traffic exchanges. Traffic exchanges are yet another way to generate traffic to your blog. Yeah, I know what you're probably thinking right now, traffic exchanges don't work. And maybe that's true in a lot of situations, but not in all situations. Truth is that traffic exchanges, manual traffic exchanges, have live people sitting behind those computer screens. And they're just clicking their mouse surfing from one site to another, just waiting for something to reach out, grab their attention and shake them out of their zombie-like state. So you need to get on their wavelength and present them with something that will snap them out of their trance and demand their attention. With traffic exchanges, you have to understand what these people are there for and what they want. They are there because they're concerned about their site or offers and desperately want to drive traffic to them. So if your blog is anywhere in the field of traffic generation, web marketing, business building or related topics, then you just might have a chance to squeeze some value out of this quote-unquote useless traffic source. Who knows, it's all about trying and testing and finding out what works for you. You can try marketing other verticals there as well, but the categories mentioned above will work best for traffic exchange audiences. One thing not to do is slap your article up on a traffic exchange, or try to sell something directly. No one there has time to read an article while surfing. And they damn sure aren't about to stop and purchase your product right then and there. You'll have a greater chance at winning the lottery before that happens. So just keep things short and snappy in traffic exchanges. Maybe a big bold colorful headline that stands out and makes them want to visit your site. Or a squeeze page with a strong call to action that makes them want to opt into your list, giving you an opportunity to follow up with them later. One person's trash is another person's treasure. Traffic exchanges may be considered garbage to some, but there are some savvy marketers who have figured out a way to turn this traffic trash into traffic treasure. Here's a few traffic exchanges for you to try. Traffic Swarm. Easy hits for you. Top Surfer. Bonus tip. Get more comments. Yep, you read that right, get more comments. Now you're probably wondering, just how does getting comments increase traffic to my blog? Well, it's all about the law of attraction. People are naturally drawn to the crowd. They just can't resist trying to find out what all the excitement is about. This is what getting more comments on your posts will do for you. They'll work as 24-hour magnets, constantly drawing people's attention and sucking them straight into your content. When people see a stream of interesting comments on your site, it says to them, "Hey, this is where it's at, join in." Well, there you have it. 10 tips on how to increase blog traffic plus a bonus tip. Surely there's something here you can use or adapt to your own style. Remember, writing blog content is just the first step. But if you take action and implement these different strategies, then you can attract ongoing traffic to your blog for years to come.